All right, so today we're going to take a look at the new headset from SteelSeries, the SteelSeries Arctis 7P Plus right here. Now, I know some of you have been around this channel for a while, and I have covered these SteelSeries headsets multiple times. I stink and love them, right? So I know some of you are here just to know, what's the difference of the 7P Plus compared to the old 7s or 7Ps, and some of you want a deeper dive. So we're going to do both of it right here, but again, I don't want to waste anybody's time. So if you're just here for, what's the differences? Well, the 7P Plus charges by USB-C instead of micro now. You also have 15-minute quick charge. 15 minutes gets you 3 hours of battery life right there. And the battery life is up to 30 hours compared to the old 7Ps. I say old, the 7Ps are still pretty new, right? Coming from 24 hours. So there's your key differences. 24 to 30 as far as battery life. Micro to USB-C as far as charging, and then with the 7P Plus you get the quick charge, again 15-minute charge for 3 hours of use. So again, that's just a quick summary of what's different. Thanks for stopping by, hope I helped you out. And any of you that are here for a deeper dive on the headset, let's go on and dive deep into this. So as far as in your packaging of the SteelSeries Arctis 7P Plus, well, of course, you're gonna get your headset, then you get your little USB-C dongle here. Again, this is the exact same as you saw in the 7Ps. Now, you also get your router over here, which you can plug it right into here, bam, and then plug it into USB-A in case you don't have a C port on, say, your console or on your PC. You can still plug it in by A and then plug it into there. Now, this is your USB-C charging cable. That's one big difference right there. And then you're going to get your 3.5 port, which is still using that proprietary SteelSeries connection right there. Now, as far as the headset itself, pretty much the exact same. You got the white, you got the blue rubber headband up there. You still have that ski band design where you adjust it right there, bam, and you can pull it tighter or looser. Looking at the other side, still the same great SteelSeries ear cushions, nice and plush. A little bit of memory foam right there. As you can see when I press them, they take a little bit of time to come up. Really nice ear cushions. Inside, pleather line, sports material on the outside. Now, as far as ear cushion size, here you go. As far as the length, the width right there, and then the depth. That's probably the biggest complaint on SteelSeries headsets is the depth of the ear cushion, right about a ½ an inch right there. But luckily, you can take these off and interchange them if you need. Now, of course, with the build and comfort of the SteelSeries headset, still tried and true, sticking right to it. And look at this, I totally forgot to take the plastic off my hinges right there, right? But anyways, as far as comfort out the gate, these things are so, you put a SteelSeries headset on, it's just like, it's perfect. The headbands, for a bald head like me, like it just wraps around and rests there. The ear cushions, I can see you guys' point, right? A little bit shallow, definitely a little bit shallow. We could use a little more plushness there, SteelSeries. But still, with the like clamping force and everything, it just works out perfect. It feels like it's floating on your head. It really does. Not too heavy. The headband, the ear cushion, breathable. It really works out right there. Then as far as the build, again, I don't get worried about these guys. I twist them up. Again, talking about like at the beginning, I've used so many headsets. They've been my main for so long, the Arctis Pros I've mained for 2 years, I believe. And none of them have ever broken them. I know some people worry about the hinges right here, where I got that plastic on still. I just don't see any issues with it, right? The only thing that happened to me was it loosened up a little bit right there over time, but it never broke. And I think where that really comes from is, again, all of the moving parts on this. So you might think, that's a bad thing, right, having all the moving parts, but it really alleviates some of the pressure points. Sliding out here, you got that adjustment in the ear cuff. You got that swivel right there, right? So again, and your headband's metal up here. Yeah, it goes into plastic as far as the arms and everything. But again, when you're moving it around and kind of twisting it up and putting it on your head, it's moving to multiple parts. So again, it's relieving those pressure points from anywhere on the headset. Now, as far as features and functions and ports on the headset, back left, you have your microphone mute, little button you press in and out, and then it recesses and then pops out. You have your volume wheel, bottoms out at the lowest, tops out at the highest. Again, your 3.5 port right there with that SteelSeries cable we saw. This right here is your share port. So if you got a buddy or a friend sitting next to you, they can plug in some headphones and hear exactly what you're hearing right there. USB-C charge port, your retractable microphone up there with a little light indicator to let you know when it is muted. We'll do that mic test soon. Back right ear cup, you have your side tone. Bottoms out at the lowest, tops out at the highest, and then your power button. All right, so let's talk about sound right here. And if you're still with me from the beginning and you've known about the SteelSeries headsets, well, it's the exact same. 40mm drivers, frequency range of 20 to 20,000, which usually is something that kind of steer you away. You're kind of like, that's old school classic headset type specs right there, But like I stated from the beginning of any SteelSeries headset review I've done, they have these drivers tuned stinking perfect. They are fantastic. But my sound preference has changed a little bit. Stick with me here, okay? Let's talking about the sound being fantastic right here, right? I used to play a lot of PUBG, a lot of first-person shooters, battle royales, you know what I mean? Warzone. I still play a lot of Call of Duty. My main games these days are like Call of Duty and Insurgency Sandstorm as far as first-person shooters. Rainbow Six, I still dabble with some Rainbow Six. I used to play it hot and heavy back then. So hopefully you're getting that vibe with me, right? Back then I was pretty much primary that first-person shooter grind. You all know about that, you know what I mean? That's where I was. I play a lot of story games now. I like getting a little more deep and immersed into my games rather than just grinding them ranks, you know? So let's focus on that core sound. I might have lost you right there. I just wanted to give you a vibe of the kind of games I play, so hopefully you can stick with me, okay? So the SteelSeries headsets, they're definitely focused on the highs, right? Which is how I've always been for years and years and years, is focused on those highs. I wanted those footsteps, I wanted that crisp environment, I wanted that every little minute detail. You know, I wanted to hear that person reloading around the corner in those footsteps. And you get that with the SteelSeries headsets. You do. But lately for me, again, hopefully you're with me now. So you got that core sound of the 7Ps, 7P plus, all the same. Now I have been driven a little bit more to a pinch more bass. I might be saying it pinched lightly. I like a little bit more bass. I don't want nothing muddy, rumbly, you know, beats out of control like that's all you're hearing is bass. That's not what I'm saying right here, right? But I want a little bit of a bump in the background. I want some of my sound to kind of roll around. So I tried tweaking my EQ with the 7P plus right here and adding a little bit more bass in the software. And it just didn't work out. It really didn't. You know, it became muddy, not crazy muddy, but it just became a little rumbly where that bass would try to sneak in. Definitely in those moments where, again, playing the new Call of Duty Vanguard, y'all be playing that, then a grenade will go off and it'll just kill everything out right there. And it was kind of a dirty bass. It wasn't a really nice, crisp thump hit and it's gone. It was a little bit distorted, a little bit just dirty bass right there, you know what I mean? And that was a little bit of a disappointment. So I'm not saying that it's bad. I want you to stick with me. Again, previously, I stated SteelSeries headsets have been my main, right? That was the sound I was looking for, okay? Now that's not the sound I'm looking for. Is it the sound you're looking for? Yo, this is what you got. You mainly play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Valorant, first-person shooters in general, right? That's what you're going to get right here, and you're going to stink and love it. If you're not really looking for that, maybe you dabble with a little bit of that. You like getting into a lot of story games, kind of like myself these days, you know what I mean? A little more, I don't know, just a little bit more of that roughness of the sound, a little warmer sound. It was pretty hard to get that with a clear, balanced, you know, sound stage right there. It became a little bit dirty. All right, so now we're using a microphone on the SteelSeries Arctis 7Ps right here. As you can see, this is about the distance I have it. Now, incredibly moldable. It just folds out, folds in, and again, it retracts in like that. The cool thing I showed you, I talked about that light on the front. Whenever you press the mute button right back here, keep an eye on the front of the microphone, okay? I really like that. And by the way, you get a tone in the headset now. I don't think you got that with the 7Ps. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while, but I don't think you got that tone. So whenever you mute it, you get a little tone, just a slight beep to let you know, hey, it is muted along with the light. That's really cool. Cheesy, but I think that's pretty stinking cool, you know what I mean? We all know SteelSeries mics have been a little here and there, you know what I mean? So I'm really curious to see how this one turns out right here. But all in all, this is the microphone on the SteelSeries Arctis 7P Plus. All right, so I just listened to that mic test back right there, and it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was just kind of a SteelSeries mic test, you know, a little high-pitched, a little airy, a little tinny right there. For me, when I talk, I got a lot of P's and T's, so if you do as well, this picks it up quite well. A windscreen on it, a little pop filter right over it would probably solve that, but then you lose that awesome mic feature. At least you still get that tone, which I think is cool. But again, all in all, it's a SteelSeries mic. All right, so there we go. The review of the SteelSeries Arctis 7P Plus. Now, we got a couple questions to ask here, right? A couple questions to answer. Number one, are they worth the asking price of $170? You all know I love Arctis headsets. I really do. The comfort, the build, the style, the sound. If you're looking for that sound, it's awesome. It really is. But where I start questioning it here is like, is it worth the extra $20 from the 7Ps? Right? You're talking $150. These guys are $170. Again, I talked about the difference. The biggest thing is like the battery life. That's honestly the biggest difference is battery life. If you're this crazed USB-C person, then okay, you get it. I'm thinking, did you all hear about, off subject here, did you all hear about, what is it in the UK where they're making all their tech have to use USB-C? I don't know if that's like some random rumor, some Twitter, whatever little tweet out there. But maybe that's what they're doing. They're just trying to get ahead of that right here. If so, me personally, what I think is like, yo, okay, let's push the 7Ps aside. Let's discontinue them. Let's not have them on websites. Let's just go with the 7P Plus. That's what I personally think. Because if you have the 7Ps, no, you don't need this upgrade at all. Do you even need to spend the $20 difference going from the 7Ps to 7P Plus? Me personally, I wouldn't. Okay? That's where you need to decide. Are these mild upgrades beneficial for you? That extra 6 hours of battery, is that going to be beneficial for you? Me personally, I charge my wireless stuff overnight, so I'm always good. Battery issue is never an issue for me, battery life, you know? Charging by USB-C, I can care less. I have so many different products on my desk. I got so many different cables, you know, I'm good to go, you know? So again, for me, no, I wouldn't pay the extra. I'd go with the 7Ps. Will it be beneficial for you? I really, not just to fluff this algorithm, I really want to hear from you guys. Do you think the 7P Plus is beneficial compared to the 7Ps going with that $20 difference? I'm just honestly curious here as a tech lover as well. I just want to hear it, you know, from you guys as well. But all in all, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this one. I hope I helped you out one way or another right here, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.